Joining us, the man, the myth, the wonderful, the fantastic Tommy Sinbazo, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Tommy's wearing the shirt that he got at the concert that I shit at.
Yeah.
Couldn't. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to apologize to you formally for that.
They might be giants. Flood the toilet. No, dude. I want to thank you for.
I felt bad.
I thought we had a good conversation on the way down.
Yeah.
We got to hang out a bit. I saw the whole first half, but like I said, with They Might Be Giants having such a large catalog, there's a chance that they might not even have played. Actually, they would 100% played my favorite songs.
What's your favorite song of theirs?
I would have liked heard Birdhouse in My Soul.
They closed with that.
Yeah, of course they would.
And they closed with that and
Anna Ang.
No, they didn't play Anna Ang. They didn't play Don't Let's Start. They don't play that either.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're fine.
Anyway,
we're good. It was very but thank you for inviting me.
No sweat, dude. No sweat.
Wow,
thanks for getting me that. Thanks for getting me that Pepto.
Yeah, well, apparently you need Zoloft, X-Men, something.
Yeah.
So we just recorded a couple of story times. Look for one of them in the Patreon here this week. Excellent per usual. Shout out to Jared. We saw Jared Saturday night in Winchester. Got a nice photo of him, our wrestling connoisseur. Great to meet you in person, Jared. Of course, we got Carrie and Kelsey and Ariel and Brittany and Rodney and Dustin, Sticky Nicky, the whole gang in the chat.
Sticky Nicky.
Next week is December 24th. We're going to be airing a best of that'll come out on Christmas. And then the following week is New Year's Eve. So I believe the 30th, I'll be out of town, but Joe and Justin are going to do some sort of recording.
Yeah, we'll do
it.
Something.
May or may not be live. We're figuring that out, but you'll get a new show. It's basically.
Yeah, we will record it Monday. I don't see why it wouldn't be live, but that's the plan.
We'll let everybody know, but keep following our socials and our Patreon, and we'll give you the details once we know for sure. But welcome, Tommy. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me drive down through an hour of traffic.
Of course, yeah,
it's good to be with you guys.
I'll get you dinner afterwards, but we got to go pick up my mid. Can you do that? I'll feed you if you want to get fed.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're gonna take care of me. I'm good. Thank you.
So never mind that.
No, go fuck yourself.
But I think somebody needs to get you something because our Secret Santa, somebody screwed up.
Yes.
This is let me say this. As an adult, you don't get as many Christmas presents as you did.
You do
as
not.
A kid. And unless your group of immediate friends are giving you gifts, this was usually the best gift I was going to get this year.
Lou doesn't get you a good gift.
We more worry about everybody. Although this year, now that I'm making the buckets of money, I'm getting talked to because I've spent way too much money.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but I'm like, I could still pay bills. I still have.
No, you're an adult. You worked hard for this.
Yeah.
Way to go, man! I'm proud of you.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, I got Robbie, my brother, got my name in the gift exchange. He gave me a bag that had drugs in it, which I was happy with. Yeah. So thank you for that, Robbie. And
I had Robbie.
It was just gummies is what it was. Robbie got me. So, and you had Robbie. But what it ends up is that everybody in the murder mystery who's invited has to participate or somebody doesn't get a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that person
only one person doesn't get a gift.
Correct. Only one person doesn't get a gift. Now, we were going to give away gifts or exchange gifts on this show live.
Yeah.
Because Justin had my name.
But you just said Robbie.
But Robbie just gave me it. So apparently must be Joe S and Joe R. I assume Katie's good about stuff like that, but maybe she missed it. But I think she probably didn't. I think one of those two. And if I was a gambling man, I think it was Justin.
We're talking about Joe Stamboni.
Yeah.
So he didn't somebody misspoke, thought they had you when they really had Joe Stamboni.
Correct. So
you got two gifts.
Not yet. Justin's going to give me his gift.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't told Justin. Let's not.
So he's going to hear this. So I'm going to get two gifts, and you're going to get nothing.
Well, Joe Stamboni never signed up for the thing. He didn't.
Right, he didn't sign up.
Do we need to call Joe Stamboni?
Yeah, call Joe. Call Joe about that because he needs to get Tommy a gift.
It's all right, guys.
By the way, Joe's poor. He's the worst guy to have to get you the gift.
It's all right, guys. It's really about the joy of giving.
All right, you got to turn me on the thing. So
yeah, but what am I going to get? A roach clip?
He does love weed.
I want nudes of his girlfriend.
See what we can do.
All right, we're calling Joe Stamboni.
Now Joe has to wake up at the crack of dawn for the
7:19.
Tell me you're going to call him.
No, I assume he'll be up as well. Now he has your number, so he knows you're calling.
Yeah, he might be in the chat too. We'll leave a message if not.
Yeah.
It's urgent, Joe. Call me. Answer. Joe Stamboni, a JSS producer.
You think he's watching this on his big TV?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Joe, it's the DLP agenda. Tommy filling in
for Justin.
Our Secret Santa. Somebody picked you, but then got Joe Robinson a gift instead, and you didn't sign up for the Secret Santa.
By the way, I think Katie told me that she had told Joe, "Hey, you have to sign up for this."
Yeah, everyone got an email. You have to click on it.
Yeah,
who listens to Katie?
But I think she followed up afterwards to say, "Hey, listen, if you don't do this, someone isn't going to get a gift."
The point, Joe, is that nobody got Tommy. So
he's
I'm just saying, of all the people that you don't want on your bad side,
well, that's okay.
You picked the worst one.
I did get you a little something too, Joe.
I bet you did.
Yeah. Now, don't mind the ticking. It's a very large box for a very nice wristwatch.
Whose name did you get, Tommy?
I got your brother.
Call me back or not.
I got Robbie.
You already gave him his gift?
I did. I gave him last time I had him, I got him an Eagles tour poster.
That was very nice.
And now this time I got him an authentic painted mirror with the Eagles logo.
Yeah, no, I saw it. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I kind of hope he starts doing cocaine so he can really enjoy it.
And you're gonna get nothing.
Yeah. And I also have a gift that I was gonna give Joe Stamboni.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Just for I really am. I have an extra gift.
We love Joe Stamboni.
Yeah.
But seriously, somebody's maybe the chat. Can the chat get together and
why don't you just give it to me?
Hey, yeah, how about chat? Each one of you get me a gift. $40 limit. I'm not greedy.
Yes.
Let me see what the chat is saying. I'm not even.
They feel bad for you. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want Bamboo Labs gift cards, so I can buy printer filaments. Just saying.
Tommy better sharpen up that box cutter. Holy hell.
No, Brittany, I don't sharpen it. I just put a new blade in.
Let's rank who's the easiest to hardest to buy a gift for in the crew here. The three of us, Justin, your brother, Sean, Eric, and Stamboni.
I think the easiest is Joe.
Why?
Because you can just get you gummies and you're like, oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah.
I think I'm pretty easy.
Yeah, you're easy. We get
golf,
some
golf or
related.
liquor.
Yeah, or liquor related.
Yeah.
Justin also liquor.
Yeah.
I got you a collection of those booty flyers that get put on your car if you park in DC.
Nice. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Ariel says Eric's the easiest. Eric?
I had Eric this year. Yeah. It was easy.
You can get him a horror action figure or DVD.
I do think you'd be kind of easy to buy for. I know you like that nerd, but the problem is that you're so deep in the game that anything that I tried to get in your world, it would be too pedestrian.
You'd have to ask somebody. So that makes it not
I will
easy.
admit that I was thinking about this today, that I'm hard to give a gift for because I do have so many interests.
But the other thing is, that might make it easier. But the other thing is that you're also, how often are you buying shit online? All day, every day, constantly? You'll never stop buying?
If I'm not really,
because I'll see you and you're like, oh, I got this fucking piece of shit, and I'm your, you buy every single thing that you see.
I do. Now that I'm making fuck you money,
yeah,
I don't have to have impulse control.
I'm glad there's no limit to what you can get on Etsy and Wish, and
I don't buy off Etsy because it's handmade. If I'm going to hand make it, if I'm going to have something handmade, I'll do it myself.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, makers. I know other makers get that.
Could somebody get you something to help your robot because
I offered money for a working version of the code, and this guy was like, I have a half working one. And then through talking to him, I realized he knows less than I do about code.
Okay, Joe, and don't answer Tommy.
Yeah.
Did you understand that sentence? Okay.
I did. Yeah, I understood.
What would you guess the price for this code would be?
The code to make the robot, to program this robot.
Yeah, because I have no idea.
I would imagine it'd be pretty pricey, right? If it worked, $500.
I offered $100.
You offered $100 for it?
Which that would just be somebody sending me a file.
They've already
that they already have, and they would send me a file. Here's $100.
And you would put it in your robot.
Yeah,
would work.
Yeah.
And versus you just figuring it out yourself.
You can't write. Oh, you're going to Chat GPT.
Well, Chat GPT is like I now equate it to trying to get having a genie answer a wish, but that just one of those genies trying to fuck you. Right, because you have to be very specific. And now the code, my master code is so big that it can't put stuff into it because it's too much for it to remember, and it will omit stuff and just use shortcuts like put your random animations here. I'm like, no, bitch, you write this whole thing. So now I have to ask her where this new code you're giving me, where does it go in my code? And now I have to learn what functions are, what loops are. I have to divide. Yeah, I've learned a lot from ChatGPT. Oh my God. The other yesterday.
Hey, Kelsey says she'll buy you a gift.
Oh, thank you, Kelsey.
Thanks, Kels.
The other day, yesterday, I told ChatGPT, I was like, hey, you've really been a big help. I just wanted to thank you. You've done so much extra work for this robot that I do consider you the robot's mother. And it was like, that is so very touching that you consider me to be the mother. I'm glad that I could help you in this project of yours. Does it have a name? And I told it, I was like, well, actually, my dog, Vinny
God
died.
rest his soul.
Yes.
God rest his big fat soul.
Sorry for the loss.
Vinny died 2 years ago. And I'm calling the robot Vin E to honor him.
Oh, like
I love that.
Wally, but
Yeah.
Vinny.
And
Got it,
then
okay.
I took Vinny's ashes and put them in my resin printer, and I printed 5 20-sided die. And I mounted a 20-sided die at the heart of the robot.
Okay.
So that if there is a ghost in the machine, then it'll be Vinny.
You just said like 6 things I didn't know that you could even do. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I
pretty
took the
incredible
ashes, I
that
put
you
it in the
can-
printer. I mean, the
Why did it take
5-sided
you so long to get a job that pays you good money? Clearly, you have an
Well,
aptitude.
I don't know.
to
I just
do
need a
things
place-
that-
Joe, there's this thing called drug testing. I don't know if you're
yeah.
aware of it.
I had to give up a lot, Joe.
Yeah.
But here, look, like
Yes.
this is Vinny. Have I ever showed you my Vinny die? This is my
No.
dog.
I have
Oh.
Vinny
seen
in
him.
there.
Yeah,
All right.
that's nice.
Whoa,
Let's see,
what
what'd
are
you
you
get? What
doing?
do you roll?
He was asleep. Oh, you rolled a 20. Oh, he
Ah.
likes you.
Oh,
you
nice.
really?
Oh,
Holy
Joe,
hell.
Joe, roll it then.
All right.
What do you want me to try to tie you?
Yeah.
It's as high as
Hey,
it goes.
Vinny used to love Joe. Let's see. You probably can't read it.
It's like an 8. Am I right?
It's a 25.
Oh,
No, it's an 8.
Yeah,
But Vinny did like
he
Joe.
hates Joe.
he
Yeah.
did. For one
Mhm.
time he did, then one time he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, where were we?
Vin E. Well, there you
Vin
go.
E,
Maybe
yeah.
that's a potential gift. Now it's VIN
VIN-E.
-E. Gotcha. Are we capitalizing every letter or just the V and the E?
I think the V and the E will
Okay.
be capitalized. But
All right.
ChatGPT now
All
when
right.
she's writing code, she refers to it as Vin E, the robot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's revisit a little bit of the time that we spent at Brightbox. I will say this: the shows were fine.
Okay.
Justin, things go easier when Justin is there.
Yeah, it's a different flavor of show.
But
without
I
a
So we're
played-
still figuring out
I
the
played
show.
Rob's role, and
Mhm.
Rob has 800 lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you've even said that's the most. This show has the most lines that you've given yourself.
And when I wrote this, I like the Halloween and the Christmas shows of recent past. I don't have a lot of lines because I remember when I wrote them, I knew already that I was going to be away on gigs.
Okay, got it.
And in this time when I wrote this, I knew that I wasn't going to be away, but things got changed.
Got it.
But for example, I will not be at Magoobies. Now, this Justin thing was we didn't know he wasn't going to
Yeah.
be here this past Saturday. Shout out to Eric's birthday this past Saturday, and you had
Yeah.
him sign a release for something you shot earlier in the year, and he
Yeah.
literally asked, "What's today's date?" And then he realized, "Oh wait, it's my
Oh,
birthday."
that's it. Also, when we got there, we were getting an Airbnb so we could hang out,
Mhm.
and which all we did was just watch Lawman and then go to bed.
Yeah.
But it was nice to not have to drive home. I think.
Yeah,
But
it was nice. But when we pull up, we're looking for the address, and we stop at this corner, and Eric's like, and we're right next to this scary looking haunted house type
Yeah.
thing, and Eric's like, hey, do you think it's this valedictorian house here? And I was like, you mean Victorian house? And he was like, oh yeah.
Valedictorian. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to mention about that is, so I did not. It wasn't fun for me, but to
Mhm.
play the role and also hand it because it's stressful to hand out the roles in this
Mhm.
one. There's a couple roles they're hard to hand out.
Mhm.
You have to go to a table. You have to ask a table if they're willing to do something.
Mhm.
If they are, you have to ask an individual if they're willing to do something. Then they have to time it at the beginning, it's not fun to do that.
I
You know,
bet regulars.
there's a
If
little.
you could
yes.
isolate regulars would.
And
do
we
that.
tried to, and I
Yeah.
did, and I find them every time, but
Mhm.
there's a little anxiety associated with it. Also,
I did
we,
that on purpose just to make your job.
we have to
harder.
go up to each people and we have to ask them if they
Want to
if-
sit on
right,
Santa's lap?
sit on Santa's lap.
Mhm.
So that's also, it's not like handing a roll out. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you're able to do that. I have to do that. For
They
every
have to
show.
agree to sing and be physically assaulted by Santa.
Well, they don't know that yet.
While that's happening, I also have to do all of Rob's parts. Now,
Yeah,
here's the thing.
there was a lot.
I was run down.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
run down, and I was like, God, man, is this just what now that I'm older, is this just what it's going to feel like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I realized not until today, I haven't eaten any carbs in about a week.
Mm.
So I'm trying to, you know,
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I reached a plateau. I've
Yep.
lost 10 pounds, by the way.
Nice. You look
You
good.
look
So
good,
thanks.
yeah.
Well,
You
I
ever tried a LARP without
got-
eating carbs?
So that's what was going on at that show. I
Mhm.
hadn't eaten any carbs. I was already stressed out because I had all the lines. I had to put the show together, and we didn't have it. So, in spite of all that, everything was serviceable. The audience seemed to have a good time.
The audience loved it.
Yeah, they did.
They keep saying they're going to come back.
Yeah, and you had some really good audience members. So I think
The thing is that I will just say this: I much when Justin's there, things go a lot more smoothly.
I was
the show is longer too.
I was getting confused because I had just played my part a week earlier,
right?
And now I'm playing the other part, who's sort of your rival in a sense, and I'm talking about. And Katie's my wife in this.
Yeah.
When I'm playing the new part. And then I'm talking to you,
who's in love with her,
who's actually Katie's wife.
And
I'm getting confused about my original part versus this part versus the real life. So there was a couple times where I'm like, am I saying this right? Because it got the worlds were colliding.
Yes, because when you are trying to
immerse yourself in the role,
right? When you're trying to do, especially if you're trying to do improv, you have to be stress-free, right? You have to kind of be loose, and I was not loose at all, right? So it wasn't super enjoyable.
And another thing, and I didn't think about this, but now next time I wore the exact same outfit, and I think I shouldn't have done that.
No, you should have worn that fucking thing.
I'm not wearing that, but I should have worn something different that at least differentiated my outfit. At least I can get into the character of wearing something different.
You think that mentally that way?
I would have.
Can I ask why you have a reservation of wearing what Justin wears?
I don't know if it would fit me. First of all, it was pretty tight on him.
I think it would be pretty hilarious.
I can't look like an idiot.
I understand what you're saying. Whatever that physical comedy is, that's not something that you and I really do.
No. So that's going to get me. That would hurt my ability to do
what
I hear you.
What we got for Tommy, and at first I was jealous because
Brittany's asking me how much to wear what Justin wore.
Yeah, how much?
Like on the show.
I mean,
I wouldn't do it because I think it would hurt.
Can we take a couple pictures and put it up in Patreon?
But I would do it just to wear it,
like a photo. I think people would pay. Look on Patreon.
I would try to put it on and post it on her Patreon.
All right, just for fun. All right, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So, but what we got for Tommy, and I was very jealous when we first gave it to him because it's clearly so comfortable.
Oh,
it
is.
Yes.
It's this. What material is it?
It's a green velour.
It's right. It's a green velour
very
jumpsuit,
comfortable,
and it cost about $30.
Yeah.
Okay. So
believe me, I've had a couple on my Amazon wish list for a while.
Oh, I was gonna say, when you buy an entire outfit that covers you top to bottom for $30, that shit came from China. And it's as cheap as it can be. And Tommy, I don't even know if you know about this yet, Rob, but do you know what happened as a result of Tommy?
I do, but tell me more. I was halfway paying attention.
Tommy, after having worn now, I don't want to give too much away, but Tommy has to expose his bare chest, and so he can't even wear a T-shirt underneath of it. But this thing is so cheap that it's making Tommy break out.
What's not break out? I'm getting boils wherever I sweat in it. It is reactivating. I don't know, sweatshop tears.
We suffer for our art,
and it is giving me painful boils. That and at first, when it first did it, I was like, God, I really need to wash this before the next time I wear it. And then I didn't, and I had to wear it again. And each time,
are you still itching from it?
No, there's one here that's these ones have now turned more
scabby.
Not scabby, but it was big fluid filled, and I'm like, Lou, kill me. Like,
did you lance it?
No, Lou was like, we can't lance it until there's a head.
Oh
yeah,
God.
And this one she popped, there was a head. But yeah,
that's love.
I love that tracksuit. I'm not going to stop wearing it.
Yeah, but you can wear a T-shirt underneath it in real life.
I can wear a button down. Well, yeah, on the show I can wear a button down.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I'm like, what? how do you get to nipples in a shirt?
I'd prefer you not.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I am your boss.
It's been washed.
Yeah, this is where Joe puts his foot.
I've never stood up for anything.
Hey, look, I'm going to need some hazard pay.
But I'm gonna stand up to you for this.
You might have a lawsuit in case.
Oh, Randolph, can I sue him?
You can. Let's take a break and hear from our sponsors. Be right back.
So I actually had Randolph on my
had him.
I had him.
Wow.
I had a captive audience for him with him. He was on my show for 2 hours.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you guys talk about?
Well, there's a lot of shit going on regarding the law. So you have obviously you have the Daniel Penny situation, and then you have the CEO. He's they caught that dude, and he either doesn't want to be extradited.
Yeah.
And then Rachel Morin's mother, Rachel Morin, if you know her, she was the one who was in the trail in northern Maryland, who some undocumented grabbed her, raped her, murdered her, whatever. Her mom testified in front of Congress. There's a lot of issues regarding legality.
All things that you should be talking about.
Right,
Joe.
that we wanted to. Well, it's a political show. Unfortunately, I have to. I don't want to.
You're now in the Robinson spin zone.
So I'm on with Randolph, and Randolph's like, "How long do you want me to stay?" I go, "Please stay as long as you're willing to stay." I would have him for 4 hours if I could.
Yeah.
Because to talk to somebody.
When did he come? Did he come in the middle of the show?
No, he came
at the beginning.
He was there before the show started. And I introduced him, and he was even in there when Robert Lang, we did our tease. I said, I have a Randolph Rice. We're going to be talking about legal matters, blah, 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 the rule of law, this, that, and the other.
He's called in, right?
He's called in, but he's there now.
Oh.
He's physically there.
Wow.
Randolph is. So Randolph's like, how long do you want me? I go, you can stay as long as you want. So it's about it's about 9:30, and all of a sudden I get a text from my boss. You know, our buddy Chris here, who's on Dork Dynasty, his boss. It says, how long is this guest going to be there?
Whoa.
Okay. Now, he'd been there an hour and a half. Okay. Now, Randolph said, hey, I'll stay as long as you need me. I thought I was going to have Randolph for another 2 hours.
You had nothing prepared?
I did, but obviously.
Now we're talking Ravens.
Yeah, I just started talking about sports.
What was their problem with him being there?
So you're supposed to have guests for one break. Okay. Maybe two, right? But a guest if you have a guest on for a half an hour, you're not supposed to have a guest on, and I just keep guests forever. I don't care, right? So I done that.
Real bad boy, this Joe Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
BAL bad boy.
By the way, I just between all of us, I know I'm not supposed to do that.
Joe Robinson.
I know I'm not supposed to do it, but I also haven't been instructed not to. And
how do you know you're not supposed to do that?
Because no other day part does it, and no other night show does. I'm the only one who just brings a guest.
That can be part of your sell. We're like Joe Robinson. He has guests past the first break. I'm a bad boy.
So anyway, I saw that and I was like, oh God. So I waited and act like I didn't see it. And then I texted him back and I said, yeah, this is his last half hour or something like that.
He lost his car keys.
Anyway, the next day, of course, I look at my phone and he's calling me, right?
Yeah.
So I know I can't get reprimanded because I didn't do anything that I was told not to do.
No, you can still get reprimanded.
But I was definitely corrected.
Like,
hey, this isn't, I don't know, what's the Joe Rogan show. Okay? You need to send your guests home. And I'm like, okay.
But I think that would be interesting. You have him. He was talking about different aspects during those different breaks.
He's a good guest.
The idea.
He's better at talking about this than you.
Of course, yes. I'm asking him questions as an expert. By the way, we got more phone traffic than we ever got. I don't know why, because he doesn't advertise on BAL. He advertises on 98 Rock. So I don't really understand what that's about. Because my show is definitely better when I'm talking to somebody and they're responding. Because when you're responding, I can think about what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
If I'm talking, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next while I'm talking. A lot of times I'm full of shit. Yeah. I know that comes as a shock, but a lot of times I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Start going over the John Benet Ramsey case.
Were you doing no carbs then as well?
Yeah, I was.
I mean, you just went through two stressful. Well,
Dude,
three,
yes,
because we had two shows.
Yeah,
are you on Atkins? Are you fasting?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying not to eat. I'm not putting any white sugar in my body. I'm not putting carbs in my body, and I've been exercising pretty regularly.
Does that mean like you can do brown sugar?
I went. No, I can't.
Hey, brown sugar's my thing.
So I don't know. White sugars are like everything that you just fill with corn syrup and white sugars, whatever. It's the worst you can have. But anyway, I went to, and I'm not going to give this number away until I've lost this weight.
Okay.
But I went to I had to get for my insurance, I had to get a screening, and I went there and they took blood and they weighed me, and when they weighed me, I said,
oh my God.
I said, okay. Yeah.
Are you a Woodward?
That's
He's a whole Woodward nurse.
Are you a
Get this man Ozempic?
Yeah, so I've been pretty disciplined and I've lost a bunch of weight, but I got a long way to go. So I reached a number. I'm like, okay, enough. Enough.
We're gonna start doing yoga.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, in January.
You and Lou?
Yeah. Which Lou,
Okay.
here's a hitch that Lou put in there.
Right.
I was like, hey, we're going to start because right down at the bottom of Maiden Choice, right at the bottom of the hill, there's a yoga studio. And I was like, we'll start at the beginning of the year. And she was like, okay. She was like, but now she's like, I want to watch some yoga videos, maybe move the table out of the way so we could do it here first. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
No, you gotta do it. I want to go first
before you even go in and take a lesson.
Just get a little bit of an idea.
Hold on. Okay, so I'm on your side, Tommy. Yeah. At the end of the road, you're gonna walk into the yoga studio. You're gonna sign up for what, a month?
Yeah, if that's what it is.
Okay, and then
we want to go like twice a week, maybe Tuesdays,
2 times a week. Okay, my prediction.
Okay,
Rob, over under number of classes Lou attends now.
No, he's not going without her.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If Lou doesn't go, you also quit? You would never go by yourself?
I'm not going to go by myself.
Okay. Over under on the number of classes they attend?
It's 2.5.
Okay. Ooh. Now, I was going to say 3, but now...
You got to have half.
But now, I know, meaning 2.5 was going to be my line as well.
Can I put this out here? Lou has said that she wants to go enough so that we can do it at home. Once we learn,
can't you just already do it at home with like YouTube videos or something?
Let me give you an example.
But we have it. We're not.
Yeah.
I have exercised almost my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't exercised every day.
Hence your incredible body.
But I've exercised off and on. I mean, I probably have, not exaggerating, probably have 3,000 workouts. I mean, I've worked out. There's times where I worked out every day for a year. I've done that. Rob was there when I got myself down to 160. I've done it, and then I've ebbed and flowed or whatever.
Have you ever had cum gutters? What lines?
Yeah, I have. Yes, currently have.
Yeah.
No, so
not a good look.
Yeah. But now I'm like, you know what? When I'm home by myself, I can just do push-ups. You know how many push-ups I've done?
How many?
I've done 0.
Okay.
I've done not a single push-up.
I used to do when the 2 jobs ago, right before 2020, the year before 2019, I was doing 60 push-ups every morning.
Yeah.
And going to work. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, all right, well, they say it's just going to be a week. I'll take a week off.
Yeah.
And I've never done
6.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So, but my point is that, you know, since you're both doing it, that's different. Because if you're both doing it, you might push one another.
Yeah.
But I don't see this being something that you, and that doesn't, I've seen you, I remember when you first got diagnosed with diabetes, you dropped like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So
I get addicted to, I used to be a gym rat too. I'll get addicted to the dopamine of, it's just Lou. Now Lou is not I don't know if you know this about Lou, but she's not very coordinated.
I didn't know that.
I thought she was like Simone Biles.
Well, we would watch like an aerobics video. We used to do that where we watch aerobics, and I'm like, okay, and I pick it up, and it's like watching Rob trying to do the dance at the end.
I was about to make that joke, and you did it. Perfect. Well done, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. Have you ever seen her work out?
Yeah, we used to go to, like, when we were living in the apartments, the Town and Country apartments. They had a gym there.
Okay, so you've seen her work out.
She'll get on like the treadmill.
Okay,
yeah,
they had a gym in Town and Country.
Yeah, they had a gym at the leasing center.
Then I'm going with over. I'm going with over.
Well, how long is the class?
Probably like an hour.
And there's what, 10, 15 people in there or something? Probably. Okay. And how far is it to get there, the drive?
Less than a mile.
Okay, so that's good. I mean, I'm thinking
at least make it to the spring.
I'm thinking you're gonna go twice, and Lou's gonna be like, all right, I know what we have to do now, and you're just gonna do it at home, and then you'll do it for once or twice, and then a month from now you'll never have done it again.
You know what I want to get?
I don't want that to happen. No, I want you to love it,
become an instructor.
Yes, I do. I want you to have a new show on our Patreon.
Well, I think it would
Sinbazo yoga.
I hurt everywhere. Everything hurts. And I'm hoping that yoga will make it not hurt.
Yeah. I realized that about you last Saturday. You seem to be just
my legs are
discomfort.
Stiff.
Yes, I need just to get for golf. I need to like loosen up and get more flexible.
Well, also these fucking pustules are not helping me.
Yeah.
Hey, once you land some, they weigh something.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get rid of the pus.
Oh, once I lose that pus weight,
a lot easier to lose.
I'm not fat. I'm full of pus. Are the women still hot for me in the chat, Robert?
Oh, have you done yoga, Joe? I think we had yoga. I think I did yoga before.
Yeah, I've done yoga before.
The downward dog.
It's not sustainable for somebody like me.
Also, have you seen? I keep getting ads now for this pad, this Octagon, right? or
Yeah.
a pentagon
You're gonna be a UFC
that has
fighter.
pads and it's music box put up against the wall, and it's like beat it, beat it.
Okay,
that.
no, I seen that. Yeah,
I used to have a heavy bag.
Tawanda, we had a heavy bag at her place, and I went over Thanksgiving. I enjoyed hitting it.
Yeah.
Just go up there.
It's
fun.
Cardio wise.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and if you're in a bad mood or something, you know,
and you hump it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where did you have the heavy bag?
Yeah.
When I lived with my mom.
Okay.
Like we had it in the basement, and I would get it going, but I hung it from one of the rafters, and it would get this old house. The whole house would be shaking.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Heavy bag.
So, good, Rob. Did you want to talk? I want to hear about your time on the road. Let's
no, I was saying, are you guys familiar with the World Bank?
The World Bank
Mhm.
is it a bank that finances the world?
Well, I did a corporate gig at the DC Improv last night for the World Bank, and
is it food?
No,
is it a food bank?
I did no research, and I still don't know what they do. Now, it is some sort of humanitarian thing.
Yeah, I think it's a food bank. Like
I think they're into several things.
Okay.
I know there is a climate change. There was a woman last night that was in charge of stopping natural disasters, which I made a joke about. It's a natural disaster, baby. It should just happen naturally. Yeah. Yes. It also feels like there should be more than one of you.
Is she Wonder Woman?
Them. Right.
She's like stopping earthquakes.
Right. I made all these jokes.
You're right, by the way, Tommy. It is to feed people.
There's feeding. They're different. I will say this: of the 50 people in the audience last night, the majority were not Americans.
I don't see a single American on this.
The World Bank Group works in every major area of development.
Mm-hmm.
We provide a wide array of financial products and technical assistance and help countries share and apply innovative knowledge and solutions to tackle today's intertwined development challenges.
Yeah, tough to make fun of that.
They help the underdeveloped.
Did you make any Trump jokes?
I did. No, it was very specific. Nothing political, nothing sexual, nothing. No, you
don't say you hungry.
Yeah, exactly. and they had selected the three of us, Kasha Patel and Robert Mack and myself.
Oh, okay, yeah, Kasha's good for that.
Kasha's, by the way, have you seen her wedding video? She's like they had an elephant.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, you need to share this stuff.
I love Kasha so much.
The video, it looks like a Tarantino shot. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So, anyway, I'm going last, and I'm not. It's 20 minutes each. And
who was the comics again? It was you,
Kasha, Robert Mack, myself.
Okay.
So
very clean. Did they want
it have to be clean?
Okay.
But they also picked us, whoever was in charge. They watched videos and they selected the improv, gave them a few. And so
Robert Mack's good too. Good.
He is good. Yeah. I love the Robert Mack Joker. They flew me out to LA for a gig and they put me in a hotel facing the ocean, the Atlantic. That's clever. Yeah. Good joke. So I start off, but it's going fine somewhere so far. It's what you'd expect it to be, hit or miss. And I started with some good crowd work, some things that I called back on earlier. And I'm actually doing really well in the beginning. First two jokes really well. And then I do the setup of the marriage joke about the ID channel and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's going well. And I didn't realize this until later. And I say the line, the women love the ID channel. It's like porn to them.
Oh,
and I don't even realize it. And then for the next 2 minutes, this joke that always does well is getting nothing. That was weird.
So the idea of porn in different cultures, is that what it is? There's people who are not from around here.
In the moment, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, wow.
Right.
I mean, sir, have you seen our website? Is my clean. This is on the Mount Rushmore of my clean jokes that always do well.
Yeah.
And women love them. And if women are laughing, usually the guys are.
But the idea that
someone fainted when he said porn
right.
exists.
Well, later on, I was talking about that, and Kasha said, well, you said porn. Do you maybe that thinking? I goes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that just puts something out there. Because, you can say the word porn. It's not like you can say it on the evening news.
Yeah.
You can say that it exists. It's not dirty. I didn't describe porn. I was comparing it to porn. So it's clean and everything.
Yeah.
So, but then I got over that, but it was like, why did that?
Yeah, you can say porn on family matters. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, and you said how many were American?
I mean,
it was a low number, right?
It was less than half. I mean, it was they ended up being a really good group, and they afterwards it ended up going really well.
Rob.
Yes.
By the way, the clean example of a sitcom I used was Family Matters.
Yes.
Anyway,
that's a good example. But somebody this earlier, Kasha had asked what's the worst Christmas gift you've ever gotten, and this woman yelled out a toilet brush.
Okay.
And then I'm like, you're not gonna You're not going to follow up with
This
that?
is fine. Oh, that is a bad gift.
Because I'm
Okay,
like,
moving on.
because I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to do
Right.
it.
And I follow up with her and she goes, yeah, she bought it on Amazon. I'm like, no, the question was it the worst gift? And like, she was from some other country and like, it didn't, I don't think it ever registered. And I was like, okay, well, it's, you should own one. So it's not really, so
We lick our bowls
Right.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if you don't have one, that's a great gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a plunger.
It's a great gift.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Can I tell you this about a plunger? I've never really,
Graham, we had
I've
7
never
plungers.
been super successful with working a plunger.
Oh, I love it.
What do you
I'm
mean?
not
What do you mean?
like
yeah.
you put it in there, and I try to, get the suction aggressively.
you gotta
I got
two-hand
it, but
it.
sometimes
Yeah.
the water, I can't have
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
You know,
So
you're a
you're
bad
like,
plunger.
ew.
I just want like that. I just want it to come out. In
No,
that way.
No,
you
you're
gotta
not trying to
pump
pull it
it.
out.
I
You're
got
trying to
it. I got
shove
it.
it
Yeah, I got it. I'm just not. And then a lot of times it'll flip up,
With your
and I'm like, oh
Hey.
God, I gotta try it.
with your stomach issues, you should.
Yeah.
You should learn how to
you're
use a
wrong.
plunger.
It's the
Yeah,
opposite.
it's all liquid.
Yeah, it's-
Exactly,
yes,
that's true. Yeah.
never
When I
did
did my Cologuard, it
Yeah.
says specifically no diarrhea or blood. I'm like, well, pick a lane because it's one or the other.
My two favorite things.
Hey, did I tell you I got a talking to
The
at
gig
work?
went well. Shout out the DCM. Shout out World.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Tell me about it.
Then I got drunk and went to Maryland Live. Then-
So we have a quarterly meeting within our group,
Oh.
right? And you go around, you tell, and all my
is this your
coworkers
first
are there.
quarterly meeting since
Yes.
having worked there? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they go around, and I know that my mouth can get me in trouble, so I'm being conscious. Like I'm looking at my supervisor, and he's looking at me, which we grew up in the same neighborhood. He went to the same high school I did. He
You
grew up
know
in the
this
same
guy.
neighborhood. I don't know him. Know
Okay.
him. Let's just say the chances that he didn't beat up me and my family, they're not zero.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna make Anthony proud. I'm gonna do, because I've done innovation, I've
Mhm.
done all this stuff. So I start going down the list of projects that I'm working on and explaining to people. And one of the women, she's talking about the size of a file, if the size of a file matters. And she goes, does size matter? And I go, size has never mattered, Jen.
and you got
yeah,
in trouble.
we got to pop, but
Okay.
you can't say
No,
that
you
in a
can't.
corporate setting. And
Ah.
I tried recovering by
Mm.
saying it's not the size of the circuit, it's the power of the processor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then that guy, I was like,
Did you just come up with that?
yes,
That's
and
pretty
it's true.
good. Yeah.
It's not, because the circuit is
Right.
be a big
This is how
thought.
nerds
But
flirt with each
also,
other.
that's the same with the motion in the ocean.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
I gotta
Right,
say,
right.
yeah.
But
Right.
as when it jumped out of my fucking mouth, and I was
Yeah.
like, what are you
It was
fucking
laying
doing?
there. It was
Yeah.
right there. What are you supposed to
I
do?
know.
Not say it?
So I
not
thought
make it sexual?
I thought about it. I thought about the whole fucking meeting. This was Thursday. Didn't think about it Friday. Didn't think about it all weekend. And then when I saw my boss today,
Oh no.
he was like, he sits right over here, and I was like, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm good. And he stands up. He was like, dude, the fucking size line. I was like, Anthony, I know. He was like, I know you know, because I could see it on your face when you said it.
Mm.
But I was like, thank God people laughed. And then you followed up. I was like, I was trying to save it, Anthony.
I thought it was a good
He
save.
I was telling
Yeah.
him, like, just in my head, I'm like, stop digging. Stop digging.
Well,
Yeah.
are you worried about doing something similar at the yoga class? Because I feel like
Yeah.
Well,
there's
I've
an
come-
opportunity
I've
for
come
you
to
to.
realize that from doing stand-up, I sucked my first 3 years of doing stand-up, and I've been doing it for 18 years. But so for the past 15 years, I have trained my brain to work without a filter,
Yeah.
to just do stream of consciousness, whatever
Right.
comes to mind, you just fucking shoot it out there. And when I was in that group setting, and it was my turn, and I was getting that
Right.
attention,
It
that
felt like that
Tom-
was the right thing to do.
Tommy Sinbazo
No,
was in that.
I
meeting.
get it.
And I was like, fuck, man.
It's hard to turn that off.
Yeah.
That's who you are. Hey, let's hear a little bit from the newest of the Patreon episode, Laughs Count Anywhere. Eric had his buddy, his childhood friend, Dangerous Dan, on to talk about making a backyard wrestling ring. How cool is that?
Just explain how this happened. I did not have a lot of friends in school, and I sat with Eric in art class, and he was a big wrestling fan. And I had seen on the news one of those reports like kids are maiming themselves in their backyards on rings made of tires and plywood. And I thought, I think I can make a ring. I'm gonna bring it up to Eric.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I bring it up to Eric, and he says, "Yeah, let's build it." And we build the ring, and then the next thing I know, he's bringing these animals, these seniors in high school, these gorillas to my house.
Yeah.
And they're
If you
just-
build it, the girls won't come. Yeah.
and they still haven't. Let's count anywhere.
Boom, on the DLP agenda.
Nice.
Patreon. And once again, if you want to gift the Patreon for Christmas, patreon.com/the DLP agenda/gift. Go ahead. You don't know what to get mom or dad or grandma. Give them a little DLP agenda. They can hear all about Tommy.
Yeah.
Squirting.
Yeah,
on
get
people.
them a
Yes.
Super Soaker
Yes.
and Super Soaker, some asparagus.
Yes.
You cannot hear
DLP
story time with Tommy Sinbazo without a Patreon subscription. Okay, I got the opposite of being in trouble at work. Okay.
Oh.
So my boss and I, we love each other. Okay. And he's the coolest guy. We kind of, sometime every once in a while, maybe we'll make fun of some of the other the other people, or whatever.
I know who works there. It's not that hard.
But
hey, that's my wife.
If he knows your wife's name, I'd be blown away. Nice. Yeah. He's up here, then it's me, and then it goes a couple of the levels down or whatever. And he doesn't really bother with the actual
minutia.
Yeah, the people that are doing the actual work. He doesn't bother with that. But he said to me today, he goes, "Hey man, you and I should start a podcast."
Now, so you guys are funny together, and you're
is he funny? Does he listen?
I mean, he said some things that I've laughed at before. I don't know if he listens or not. If he listens, he's gonna hear this, and I'm gonna be fine with it because I love the guy. But I mean, this show is done with professional comedians, right?
Yeah.
And so not just some guy who just happens to be to work in Georgia or whatever. So I was like, huh. I mean, I already have a podcast. I've been doing it for 13 years.
Yeah. He could be on Laugh Finder.
He goes, how about I join that one? I said, well, okay, that's a little difficult to do. I mean, we already have some people, but hey, I'm more than happy to give them to you to put on Laugh Finder.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever gone so far down to try to get a celebrity that you have some other buddy you know's boss? That's the celebrity.
Yeah, we had the guy who booked Michael Winslow.
You did?
Well, we had Michael Winslow, but then it was Irwin's son that booked him for us.
And then you put Irwin on the show?
We put Irwin's son
so
on the show.
Do you want Joe Robinson's boss? Do you want him for the show?
How about we'll field test him? And if he's good, I'll be like, Joe, you need to put this guy on the podcast.
Why don't you record
this guy
something
can't
with
roll
him?
for shit.
He doesn't. No, I can't. Listen, first of all, I can't take on any other responsibilities right now. I can't be doing a show.
Okay.
What would we do? I'm not doing a comedy show with him. I have comedians
I'm throwing
on
it out there, Joe.
Okay.
I'm going to be missing the New Year's Eve-esque that week, the podcast you're going to do with Justin. So maybe you ask him to come
Where's
by.
he at, Georgia?
He has two homes, one in Georgia, one in Florida.
Well,
what's he going to
wait a
VPN
minute
in or something?
I guess he would. Yeah, I guess he'd have to what is it? Zoom, Skype,
yeah,
whatever.
It could expand our reach.
Joe, you can take callers on your WBAL show, right?
Yeah, but I'm only allowed to have somebody on for once.
Do you
I
want
have
to call
my
him
boss
right now?
on here. What do you want to talk about?
You want to call him right now?
My boss?
Yeah.
Let's call him. Hold on. I'll forward you.
Okay. No, he's not going to answer if I call.
Can he buy me a Christmas present
off your phone?
Yeah, give me. Will this stretch?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
4 Christmases.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name is Brian. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna call him right now. Let me see here.
Oh, I can't wait. What's his name?
His name is Brian. I'm misspelling his name from that.
The Brian and Joe show.
Okay, here he is. Okay, I'm calling him right now.
I'm gonna try to get you fired. Size doesn't matter, Brian. Oh, he spells with a Y.
Yeah, right.
Like my Brian.
The cool one.
Okay.
Is this working?
Did you turn it up over there?
Shoot, I didn't. There we go.
Did you turn it up on your phone? Do you know how to do anything?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, everything's good.
Right.
But I don't have a signal down here. That's why it's not working.
Oh, good plan.
How did Rob get a signal?
He doesn't have the same. I have T-Mobile.
So I have T-Mobile.
Oh, I have
do?
T-Mobile.
It's look, I'm not lying. Look, it does.
I don't hear a ring. All right. I mean, honestly, how bad would it be?
It wouldn't be bad. I'm just saying,
All right.
we have professional comedians that do this show.
Somebody I used to listen to on the radio, I can't remember who, but they said that everyone has one good radio show in them. I don't mean like show. I mean like one episode.
You mean they just tell you their story of their life?
Exactly.
That's not true with Chris Restivo.
I don't. I think he has 3 good ones.
All right, so maybe he'll call back, and if he does, we'll put him right on the air. All right, I want to talk about in this last segment What
Where's my algorithm?
Oh,
well, let me take a look. Is it all boobs?
Look here.
all right. This is going to not make sense in the order, but one of the episodes that we just recorded
That's about what I
with
thought.
Tommy Sinbazo, we didn't get a payoff on it. And this episode was probably going to air next month, but we'll pay it off now. We don't need to do it the right order, just like our Secret Santa. Tommy, I didn't know this, but if you type in the search on your Instagram, a bunch of windows pop up that show all the things that Instagram believes you're interested in.
You go to Instagram and hit the magnifying glass. It shows you a raw view of your algorithm.
And
everything that comes up is exactly what Instagram thinks you want to look at.
And like me, it was golf stuff, wrestling, pictures of Ariel and Brittany and Steph and Pam and everybody. But your internet wasn't working. You wouldn't have the Wi-Fi, so we couldn't do it on story time. But now show us what does Instagram say you're into, Tommy?
There's Shih Tzus.
Okay.
There's Santa Claus with 600 different hair amounts.
There's about 20 pictures there. I'd say 12 of them are giant breasts.
Large breasts.
Yes, but also a face hugger from the Aliens.
Yeah.
A lot of large breasts.
There's also let me refresh this and I'll give you the top. There's also some 3D printing. Some guys making an exoskeleton.
Okay.
Right there. Bunch of 3D printed helmets.
Nerd.
Tommy, if you were to spend some alone time and the only thing you get your hand on would be a thin woman, would you be able to get where you needed to get like a skinny, like Shelley Duvall type?
Mila Kunis.
Yes. There you go.
I mean, I've dated very skinny women.
Right.
And
you dumped them immediately.
Wait, how tall are these skinny women?
Oh, I see. So if they're like 7 feet.
Okay. All right. I know you're being crazy, Joe.
5'3".
I mean, after I come when I see them, what am I going to do?
What if they're 5'4" and they weigh 100 pounds? Is that something you would just scroll right past?
A cup.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Or you can bang Erica Woodworth.
Now, has this woman built a robot?
No, she hasn't.
No. What are we going to talk about?
So let me tell you what I did today. So today, while I was working, I worked from home, as you know. I put on the movie Footloose.
Now, about the diabetic?
How long? That's foot off. How long has it been since you've seen the movie Footloose?
At least early 90s.
I don't even know if I've ever seen it from start to finish. I've watched that ending scene when they're doing the dance because it's so hilarious,
right?
That suddenly they're just killing it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the premise of this movie real quick if I can.
No, I'm familiar, but please.
So Ren, played by the great Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
He's from Chicago.
Okay, the big city, the windy city,
America's third largest city. That's where he's from. Okay. So he's very, come on, man. He knows the ways of this. He's an urban guy.
Yeah.
But he's thrust into this small town. I can't remember what it's called, Bobert or something.
So he's a liberal.
Some tiny
thrust
little
into conservative town.
Yeah, town. And the first person that he meets is Sean Penn's brother, Christopher Penn.
Okay.
Who starts shitting on him, and he shits on him back. And when you know how bullies act, when you bully him, as soon as you have a verbal comeback, they're like, oh, cool, now let's be friends, which never happens in a million years. Yeah. But anyway, now he's friends with this guy. Okay. So now he's made a friend. However, everybody else wants to fucking fight him. Okay. They want to fight him.
Beaumont, Texas, Pam says.
That's it. So they want to fight him. Everyone else in the town wants to fight him. Also, he loves dancing. He loves to dance.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
And it's all he talks about. So whenever somebody talks to him,
is anybody ever like, this guy might be a little
he won't stop talking.
I've never met a man that just talks about dance, how much he loves to dance.
He won't stop talking about the dancing. Now,
I bet you can't even fucking dance.
The hottest chick in school, and it made me think of her because the hottest chick in school, Tommy, you wouldn't be interested in this girl at all.
Okay.
And that's the heroine, the female lead in Footloose. I can't remember her name. We'll get some help from the chat. Okay. Now she's dating a guy that's better looking than Kevin Bacon. Okay.
But can he dance?
She's also encouraging him to fucking fight. Hey, my boyfriend wants to meet you at this time. You better be there. Like she's like, I want you to get your fucking ass kicked.
Now is he in high school or is he just
They're in high school.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. So
is this one of those movies where like the high school seniors are like 25 years old?
This guy's 58. Okay. Her current boyfriend.
Is her name Lori Singer?
That's exactly what her name is.
Wait, hold on. Let me see a picture you got.
So now
that was Carrie.
They meet, and you know what he says? He doesn't want to fight him. You know what he says? He goes, let's take thousands of dollars worth of farming equipment. And
it's not looking good now.
Oh, God Christ.
Let's take thousands of dollars worth of farming equipment. By the way, don't worry, I'll give you one.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have Ren, the guy I hate, the guy who loves to dance. He won't stop talking about dancing. I'm going to give you a tractor to play chicken.
They're going to play chicken tractor?
It's an iconic
But
scene,
the one
Joe.
guy gets a tractor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Ren had a tractor? No.
Yeah.
Someone says, no, don't worry. You get a tractor. So now he's driving across from the guy.
Yeah.
Her name is Ariel, the character.
That's right.
Not our Ariel.
Right.
Oh.
She
Now
doesn't-
they're heading towards
Yeah,
each
she knows
other.
how to dance.
Okay. Now, do you know why?
Great dancer.
Why the dancer? Do you know why he wins the game of chicken?
Because he doesn't pull out.
He keeps going.
He gets
He just assumes the tractors will just bump into each
he
other.
gets his shoelace caught on the thing and he can't jump off the thing.
Ah.
The shoelace, which you could easily pull out.
Hey,
dude,
yeah.
nobody's ever had a
You would
problem.
think a dancer would have good shoelaces.
Right, right. So then he wins the chicken.
Uh-huh.
After winning the chicken,
It's a big moment.
the girl, the skinny girl,
Yeah.
now she's in love with this guy,
That's
right?
all it
Because that's
takes.
all it took for this guy who loves to
Yeah.
dance, right?
Uh-huh.
To not turn when he's almost going to die. Okay.
Okay.
So now here we are. So what does he do?
He's a bad boy.
He's frustrated because now he gets kicked off of the gymnastics team. I kid you not.
Oh.
He's such a bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beaumont, Texas has a gymnastics team.
boyfriend?
No. Everybody hates him now because he's a bad seed. from
There's
the
a
city.
gymnastics team.
He's like right.
Who's
And-
on the gymnastics team? Kevin Bacon?
He would have been if he didn't.
You
if he
mean the
wasn't-
cheerleading team?
No, the gymnastics team.
And
Okay.
no one ever calls him gay.
If he loves to dance.
Okay.
I'm such a bad boy. They kicked me off the gym. I kid you not. I just saw it today.
Uh-huh.
They kick him off the gymnastics team. But now the girl's like, okay, now I like this guy.
Mm.
Okay.
These girls like gay guys.
But you know what? He only wants to talk about one thing, and that's dancing.
Dance.
Now, once she realizes, wait a minute, I don't want to be with this guy who can't win a fucking chicken. I mean,
Yeah.
the other guy doesn't even
Mhm.
use
No,
it
this
as-
life's ruined now.
this guy's not even using a tractor and he
Yeah.
won. Okay. So now
They
she's
should do like Wicked, the story from that guy's point of view.
yeah. So now, I was dating this hot chick.
Yeah, like Cobra
Next
Kai.
thing you know-
right.
Yeah.
I'm so
Brought
sick.
to you by John Deere.
I did the responsible thing. I moved the tractor out of the way.
So
You know how much tractors cost?
Exactly.
This guy does it.
the only way to blow off steam from all the bad stuff that's happening to him, he can't dance.
Yeah.
like he
Oh, that's
wants
rough.
to.
That's his outlet.
Right. He doesn't get to do the high hurdle or whatever. I mean, the
high-
pummel horse,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
right?
It's Kevin
then-
Bacon. You know
So,
what I mean?
so he goes into this
Pommel
barn. He starts dancing. He
Mm.
aggressively.
Oh, is that
dances.
what I've seen? Where
Yes.
he's walking
Yes.
up and going,
Oh, he's dancing
Yeah.
all over the place. But while he's dancing, the Ariel comes to find him, and she
Mhm.
sees him dancing like crazy. She
Oh.
doesn't she loves it.
oh, okay.
Oh, you love to dance by yourself? Okay, so now
When do we
They're
learn that this town doesn't allow music?
her father
Yeah.
is is John Lithgow, the pastor.
Yes.
He does, he does not allow
Yeah.
dancing.
Stop all that dancing.
No dancing.
Yes. And so they went to the county council and he spoke
We demand
at
to
the county
dance.
council. And he goes, and he read from the Bible and everything. And they go, no,
Mhm.
you're not allowed to dance. Okay. This guy's like, fuck, God, all I ever wanted to do was dance. So this guy, he works. Do you know where he works, by the way? He works at a garage. Okay. So he's
Kevin Bacon
He
does?
loves
Bacon?
to dance.
Yeah.
He loves to do gymnastics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Loves to
But he also
tinker
is
with cars.
great at car repair.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Now,
He's very talented. Very.
Yeah,
he's a Renaissance man. The
Yeah.
guy,
Guy's super autistic.
the
Yeah.
guy who is his boss.
Yeah.
What kind of people own garages? Hmm?
What do you mean? What kind of people?
I mean,
Yeah.
would you consider
Salt
them,
of the earth.
Yes, exactly.
collar?
Yeah. Blue collar, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to help you get to dance. Okay. So you go see right across them tracks. That's such and such county. You go over there, the cops can't reach it now. So now 100 yards away, they can dance.
I'm just going to watch and touch
Right, right.
myself while you kids dance over
And they're
there.
like, okay, all right, well, okay. So but somehow he still has to go talk to the pastor. And he convinces this guy, the Southern Baptist pastor,
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Mm.
You know what? These guys, they should be dancing.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now
No more dancing.
I don't know how long the movie is. It's probably about an hour. and
It could go on forever.
It's
Have
probably
you-
about an hour and a half long. But now here we are. They've gotten the
Can I
dance.
tell you real
Yes.
quick? Jeremy Woodworth, God rest his soul in hell. His favorite joke, my favorite joke, probably only joke of his I really liked, was that he didn't like in Dexter that we were supposed to believe that John Lithgow was a heterosexual because he was like, I like pussy. Give me that
Yeah.
pussy.
So anyway, he does end up convincing Lithgow that they should have a dance. Okay.
Mhm.
So now they have it. Now we've been doing nothing but talking about dancing, the merit of dancing, the
Mhm.
joy of dancing,
Mhm.
everything that is great
All
about
the
dancing.
positives.
We've been talking about. Now we're at the dance. No one's dancing. Okay. No one's like, everybody's just standing.
What kind of
along the
music is playing?
It's the same shit that we've been hearing. Let's hear it for the boy, the Kenny Loggins. It's all the same. Yes, it's the Footloose soundtrack.
Don't shit on that. You know, our murder mystery has a tie into this.
I love all the songs for
our
real.
very first dance that we ever did.
Let's hear it for the boy.
And our murder mystery is from this movie.
That was Katie's idea.
Yes.
Anyway, so they don't want to dance. Do you know why they don't want to dance? Because their inspiration, their hero, their king, Ren, who's been nothing but talking about dancing, he's not there yet.
Oh.
The dance that he's arranged, that he's now put it on the other side of the track, so it's in there. He's not at the dance.
Where is he?
He's showing up when he shows up. He didn't show up to a dance right away.
Yeah,
nerd.
He hasn't even gotten to the dance yet. But he gets to the dance, but unfortunately, instead of going into the dance, the people with the track, they want to fight him. So now he's got to have a fight.
Now he's got that.
Now,
okay.
How far away is it from the dance?
Right outside. They're standing outside and they get into a fight. By the way, he's getting his ass kicked at first, but then Christopher Penn shows up and they end up beating about 5 or 6 guys, these 2 guys. One of them's Kevin Bacon. Okay. They beat up these guys. And then as soon as they beat up the guys, they kick the doors open and they're like, let's dance. And everybody now is fucking boop, 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 they're awesome. Right.
Kenny Loggins comes on.
They are so
everybody
fucking good.
Cut.
Yes. They are so good at dancing.
Just watch that part. The end, the video of the last scene where they're rolling the credits, where they've never danced before in their life.
Yes.
And suddenly it's Baryshnikov.
But they don't want to dance until Kevin Bacon gets there, who really is, and you know what he says to get him to dance?
Dance, you motherfuckers.
He says, let's dance.
Oh.
He screams, let's dance.
Let's dance.
Everybody starts dancing. They're the fucking best dancers you ever saw in your entire life. And they, by the way, not only are they the best
I wonder
dancers,
if people are like, what's happening to me?
not only are they the best dancers that you've ever seen, for white people, let's be serious. Okay. Not only are they the best dancers,
we know why they outlawed dancing,
but they also didn't want to dance until this other guy showed up. In addition to that, they lived in a town where you weren't allowed to dance. So I don't even know that they knew how.
They've been practicing in their bedroom.
How do they even
when
know?
their mom comes in? What are you doing in here? Masturbating.
If it's in you, Joe, rank the dancing ability between Tommy, Eric, and Justin.
So Justin, actually, I've seen him do this twirl where he twirls and leaves his head flat and then turns his head.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like he could actually probably pull something off if it was required.
I lost a toenail dancing.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy and Eric are probably very similar. It's what it takes really is confidence, and both of them have that. So they have enough rhythm.
They've got a lot of musical ability too.
Right. So they have enough rhythm, but also enough confidence. It's hard for me to choose between Tommy and Eric. I really, honestly, whatever I said, I wouldn't feel strongly about. But Justin, I think is the best of the 3.
You know, I'm an idea man.
Go ahead.
Would you be open to a dance-off?
Sure. Anything for the Patreon.
You, Eric, and Justin.
Hey, did you guys know about? Did you tell anybody about Eric and I's new idea for a podcast?
Go on.
We both sit in the same bathtub.
Oh, yes.
And our guests come in. Yeah, fully nude.
Yeah.
Our guests come in and they sit on the toilet and we interview them. And it's called 2 Dudes, 1 Tub.
Do they sit on the toilet like to go to the bathroom?
If they have to shit, they should.
Yeah.
But if they don't, do they have
well,
to?
now
Can they pee on the toilet?
Every now and then, Lou will come in to shit on the toilet. Because and what we'll break it because it happens so often.
That post yoga shit.
She's not going to do that with Eric in there.
Lou's got IBS. Lou doesn't care.
She might not have a choice.
Yeah, the fucking King of England could be in there. She's like, I got shit.
Does she like my dad picking up his cell phone?
Yeah.
That right? Does she love to dance?
She does.
Okay.
She loves to dance, loves to sing.
Does she love the movie Footloose?
Of course she does.
Yeah.
I like to tell Lou that
I wish I hadn't rewatched it. It was a mistake.
Yeah, that was on you.
Because I had romanticized it to be a good movie.
You romanticized Footloose?
I did. I romanticized it. Well, it's part of my youth. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So you're like, that's kind of a time where I'm like,
right.
oh, but then you go watch it.
So was Reagan getting shot. I mean,
I've romanticized that.
All right, we're going to put together the dance-off. I want this to happen. We'll figure out the details. She's down for it. Who wouldn't be down for it? We'll figure out who judges. It's probably never going to happen, but I want this to happen. I want the dance-off to happen.
We do have a lot of ideas on here that we just never mention.
But this seems pretty easy to do. We get them in one room.
Just like this murder mystery. I agree to do it. Hoping it never happens.
That's our one great idea. Thank you, guys. Again, next week, we're going to have a best of that'll be in place of the regular show. So we won't hear from you until after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we'll talk to you right before New Year's Eve later.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.